What's going on, y'all? Micah here, and I'm back with another boxing recap of yesterday's fight night between Robson Conceição and Neveretti. I forgot his first name, and also Shakur Stevenson, or Shakura Tweederson, as they've been calling him lately, or Shakur Stevenson, as they've been calling him lately, and Edwin de los Santos. If you don't know what went down yesterday, don't even waste your time, because I'm here to fill you in. But if you do want to still check it out afterwards, go ahead and check it out and let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Let's go. First up, we got Neveretti versus Robson Conceição. And this fight right here was a very good fight. I enjoyed it from start to finish. It had everything that you needed. It had non-stop action. It had a couple 2-3 knockdowns. And it ended in a draw. Throughout the fight, Robson Conceição was throwing that leather. He just doesn't have the power that Neveretti has, so nothing that he was throwing was really damaging Neveretti. You know, Neveretti is also known to have that tough Mexican chin and Mexican fighting style. He does have piss poor footwork. I personally don't think that Neveretti is that good. I think when he gets in there with some more elite fighters, I think that he definitely takes the L. He gets in there with like a Shakur. He gets in there with a Javante. He gets in there with the Devin Haney. Well, Devin Haney's not going down, but yeah, he takes the L. Even if he moves up, I think his footwork is going to be the downfall of him. He has some good power, and I guess he has a motor and whatnot, but I don't think it's any better than anybody else's motor. When Robson Conceição was fighting him, he was throwing non-stop punches. They were both getting tired. Robson had like a little more clear, obvious tiredness, but I think he still did enough. If Neveretti had not got those knockdowns, I'm giving that fight to Robson easy, very easy. Shout out to Robson for the heart. Also, shout out to Neveretti. He's not a bad, sorry little weak dude, but I just don't think he has the goods to be a world beater, after a while, once he starts getting to that more elite competition. But shout out to both guys. They put on a hell of a fight. If you want to go watch that, I would definitely go check that one out. It was a great fight. Next up, we got the main event between Shakur Stevenson and Edwin de los Santos. And this fight right here was a snooze fest, man. I'm sorry to say it. It's one of those fights where you're sitting there watching it and you're nodding off from going to sleep and you don't even realize that you went to sleep for a little bit. You kind of just realize you're having a dream, and then next thing you know, you're up seeing the fight again. And it was one of those fights where it's like, you're taking risks by staying up late. You got to get up early in the morning. But, you're trying to give it an extra round. You're trying to give it one more round because you feel like, oh, yeah, they're going to get some action going. The action never really got going. De los Santos, he was pressing the pace. He was trying to get it going. He has some good reaction speed and all that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, Shakur has, good technique and all that kind of stuff too. But it was very boring. He literally ran the whole time. And a lot of people might be like, you're casual. Nah, bro. Like, it's different when you see, like, a guy like Floyd Mayweather who's poetry in motion, or, some of these guys like Andre Ward. All the guys that he took a picture with last night. And then you see a guy like Shakur. He was just clearly running the whole time. There was nothing happening. Shakur also doesn't have power that would make it an interesting little fight. The other dude, I kept on waiting on him to land something. He couldn't really land nothing for real. And, just ended up being a snooze fest. I checked out about round 6. And I just didn't even try to come back and see the highlights of the fight because I just knew he won. I went and saw the results, and yeah, he won. But what does this mean for Shakur? What do you guys think? So this is actually a pretty fire picture right here, man. You got all the greats behind Shakur, and then you have Shakur, who is, people are looking at him as one of the next to be great. Let's see what his caption says. He said, "They do me like they did the greats. I ain't tripping. I wasn't 100% last night, and it's okay because I still got the win. And for my fans who support and love me, y'all know the real, no excuses, chin up. And I love y'all too. Don't worry, next time out, I have something to prove. I promise, don't forget, I've been here before. Maybe now they will fight me, who knows, but time to heal up and enjoy the holidays with family." So, he's basically comparing himself to the people in the picture, because if you didn't know, everybody in the picture has like sort of a similar style where it's more boxing and technical work. It's not just guns blazing Mexican style like your casual fan likes. But I'd say that he did not really put those same type of numbers that any of those guys in that picture put up. When you're watching Floyd Mayweather, like I said, poetry in motion, all these little moves and little things that he's doing, you're seeing them and you're like, damn, how do you do that shit? Man, I want to do that. You're watching guys like Andre Ward, it's the same thing. It's very technical and you're like, oh, he's smart as hell. Terrence Crawford as well, same thing. Although I would say Terrence Crawford puts up more knockouts, and that makes him a much more interesting fighter. I think out of those three greats right there, I say Terrence Crawford's the most interesting. But all those other guys, I think it's more of a technical prowess situation where Shakur was just straight up running last night. There's no type of comparison as far as, the hate he received for the fight and how boring it was. It just was a boring ass fight. You didn't do any numbers. You literally ran the whole time. I cannot give him that. Not at all. But like he said, I guess he's healing up from some type of injury he had during camp. So hopefully he heals up and he comes back, and maybe we'll get a real super fight like Tank Davis or Devin Haney. I personally think that Devin Haney would have washed him had he fought him last night, as well as Tank Davis. It looked like Shakur might be the weakest link out of these three fighters at this point, but only time will tell. So if you did watch the fights, let me know how you felt about them down in the comments below. If you watched Robson Conceição versus Never Ready, what do you think is the future before each one? I know Conceição is pretty old, 35. He's getting up there. He maybe has 2 or 3 years left at that, and if that, rather. And then Never Ready, what do you think the future is for him? Do you think that he eventually gets beaten, or do you think he continues to outwork people and outpower people? Also with Shakur Stevenson and De Los Santos, what do you guys think is the future for them? Obviously, we know that Shakur is going to probably have a brighter future. Although he is boring, he's not going to be a pay-per-view attraction out here in these streets. De Los Santos does have that power and explosiveness, also great reaction time. He might be something interesting to watch, but if he can't be elite guys, I don't really know what the upside is for him. If you haven't watched the fights, I highly recommend going and watching the Robson Conceição versus Never Ready fight. But you could probably pass on Shakur Stevenson versus De Los Santos. But that's it for the video right there. Thanks for watching. If you have watched up to this point, have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time.